I didn't tell you that I changed the reservation time, and since you didn't show up, I got on the train first. I could hear a woman laughing while sitting next to my husband, Harry, on the phone. Why did you do that? Come back now. It's your fault for being lazy and getting left behind. You can handle it from here. I cancelled your ticket because it was expensive. That's not what I meant. Well, we're going through a tunnel now, so I'm hanging up. Just give up and go home quietly. With that, Harry ended the call without hesitation. No, that's not what I meant. If this keeps up, they're going to be in trouble. I'm a housewife, married to Harry for 5 years. We had our son, Tom, right after getting married, so he's 6 now. For a while, things went well with the 3 of us, but slowly, Harry started ignoring Tom. I wonder if he was lying when he promised me that things would be different. Looking back, it feels like he was just saying what I wanted to hear. Harry says he's always busy with work and doesn't pay attention to Tom. When I tell him to spend more time with him, he ignores me. Lately, he's been saying hurtful things. The other day, Harry even said divorce in front of Tom. I'm busy with work. You're just a housewife. My house, my rules. If you don't like it, why don't you just divorce me? You can't make it on your own without my money, so don't talk back. I wanted to argue, but as a housewife, I didn't have the right to. If I argued back, it might really lead to a divorce. Honestly, I've thought about divorcing him many times, but I never went through with it because of our son. Even though society is more accepting of single-parent families, single parents still face a lot of judgment, and I didn't want Tom to suffer. What should I do? The past few days have been exhausting, both physically and emotionally. One day, after dropping Tom off at daycare, I ran into my neighbor, Sarah. Are you okay, Janet? You look really tired. Is Tom in kindergarten? I can't believe you're so tired when they take care of him all day. I guess if you had a lot of attention and money like I do, your life would be easier. I feel sorry for you. Sarah's husband works a lot, but I've heard he makes a lot of money. She's always wearing expensive clothes and accessories, but she's not very elegant. Every time I see her, she brags about her family. She's not a bad person, but I didn't like her. I wished she'd understand my situation. Normally, I would have just laughed it off, but I was so tired that day, I couldn't help but complain about Harry. No, I'm not tired from work. My husband always complains about how busy he is and doesn't care about Tom. He's been really irritated lately and even said things like, "If you complain, we'll get a divorce." I feel bad for our son. As soon as I said this, I regretted it. When I looked at Sarah, her eyes had changed. You're a full-time housewife. How dare you complain about your husband, the one who works hard to provide? I feel bad for him. I've never complained like that. My husband works hard, so I take care of my family. This is why women like you, unattractive and lazy, can't manage things. I'm such a great wife and mother. You should learn from me. Sarah took the chance to look down on me and talk about how much better she was. I knew she would do this. Maybe it's best not to get involved with her too much. I kept the conversation short, said goodbye, and went home. That night, Sarah suddenly came over. I didn't invite her, but she invited herself in. I want to get to know you better, Janet. How about we have dinner together tonight? I like to cook, but my husband is very picky, so I thought I'd visit you and learn some recipes. I'd eat anything, so could you cook something for us? Sarah and her child barged in and tried to eat our dinner without hesitation. Harry, being friendly, invited them in, but it was me who had to serve them. Sarah's kids ran around while she and Harry kept talking about how proud she was of her family. I was frustrated. We had finished the meal and sat down at the table when Sarah started talking about the conversation we had earlier. Harry, you're really trying hard, aren't you? You should tell your wife that. I told her that since you work so hard, it's only fair that she takes good care of the child. I think I'm perfect at doing that for my family. I work hard every day, taking care of the house and kids for my husband. There's no way I could complain about that. Janet, you really talked to her about this? I can't believe you. You only live off what I earn. Just barely enough. I didn't want to argue, so I just said, "Yes, you're right." Then, Sarah said something unexpected. "How about we go on a trip to treat your husband? The kids will be graduating soon, and it seems like the perfect time. My husband works away from home, so I feel like I'm neglecting the kids. It'd be more fun with more people. If you're okay with it, I'd love to join you." I didn't think Harry would agree to it, but he seemed happy with Sarah's idea, especially since she was sticking up for him. Even the kids, who didn't know better, were excited about the trip. Everyone except me was ready to go. Leave all the planning to Janet. She's a stay-at-home mom, so she has plenty of time for it. That's impossible. With your salary, we can't afford to take 5 people on a trip. Plus, this is a one-parent family. You're blaming your own son? I can't believe you. You don't even appreciate me. You're a disgrace. That's right. You don't appreciate me enough, Janet. You don't know how much I'm doing. Then do you think you're such a great person? I stopped myself from saying more, apologized to both of them, and ended up planning the trip. Your neighbor's struggling without her husband, so you better do all the work. Who do you think is raising our son all on my own? He can't keep getting away with this. I was really frustrated, but I kept it in. With the hotels and everything they wanted, the trip would cost several $1,000s. Spending that kind of money would drain all my savings. I've always provided for us. You should at least pay for this trip. If you don't have the money, borrow it or ask your parents. Well, if you're borrowing money, you'll be paying it back for the rest of your life. No matter what I said, Harry wasn't going to listen. I gave up trying to argue and started figuring out how to make the trip work. After some effort with points and coupons, I finally managed to plan it. I managed to book a nice hotel for the trip, and Sarah seemed really happy with the plan. Didn't my ideas turn out great? Sarah said, acting like she had come up with everything. I thought of every detail to make sure Harry had a great time, but it was me who did all the work. Harry was really pleased with her. Look at how useless you are, Janet, when Sarah is so talented. I can't believe you made me feel like this. Why am I always the one to be blamed? I never expected marriage to be like this. But still, I couldn't get a divorce for Tom's sake. I kept telling myself that. On the day of the trip, I went with Harry and Tom to the bus station. Oh, yay, the bus. Tom's eyes lit up. This was his first trip in a while. I bought the tickets, and we waited for Sarah and her kids at the bus stop. While we were waiting, Tom needed to use the restroom, so I took him, but when we returned to the bus stop, Harry and the luggage were gone. Where did he go? Sarah still wasn't there, either. I tried to call Harry, but he didn't answer. I had no choice but to call Sarah. Oh, I didn't tell you? We got on the bus already. Your husband wanted to ride the premium limousine bus, so I changed the time. I asked Sarah to give the phone to Harry so I could talk to him, and when my annoyed husband picked up, he said, "Honestly, you and Tom are annoying. I'm going to enjoy my trip with Sarah, who understands me. I'll meet up with you later, so just wait for me." I tried to talk to him, but he quickly hung up. "Sorry, I guess we can't go on the trip we were excited about. I'm really sorry." Tom, always kind, said, "It's okay, Mommy, I'm happy because you're here." His words almost made me cry. "We'll go home today. Next time, I'll take you somewhere even better." When we got back home, I saw a man in a suit standing at Sarah's door. He must be someone connected to her. I didn't want to get involved, so I pretended not to notice and was about to walk by when he started talking to me. 3 days later, Harry called me. "What happened with the hotel payment? Get me $3,000 right now." There was no way I could pay that much money. "Why didn't you pay the bill in advance? You're so stupid. Get over here now. You told me to leave, and now you want me to come? I've had enough." I had arranged the hotel through my father's connections. If I didn't show up, they'd have to pay the full $3,000. When Harry told me not to go on the trip, I contacted my father and the hotel to explain the situation. "If you don't pay now, we're getting a divorce." "Oh, really? That's perfect. I wanted a divorce anyway." When I said that, I couldn't help but smile. "Really? Well, good for you. I'm much better off with him, and I can support him. Thanks for divorcing him. You really are an idiot. Unlike some clueless wife, Sarah actually gets me." I was laughing inside at how silly they sounded, but I wasn't going to show it. "Well, anyway, you'll have to pay for the hotel now." Then Harry went quiet. Of course, he did. His salary is only $700. Harry had been pretending to work at a big company, but we were managing to pay rent with the passive income from the property I bought when I was single. Harry only contributed about $300 a month, which he proudly claimed was enough to cover all our food costs. "Honey, you shouldn't lie," I said. "Have you been lying? You've been lying, haven't you? I can't have a man who doesn't make enough money." I wasn't saying much anymore. I handed the phone to the man standing next to me. "I'm divorcing you. Janet, you have been cheating on me, haven't you? Why are you there, honey? I thought you were away for work." To my surprise, The man in the suit who had talked to me 3 days ago was Sarah's husband, Jack. 3 days earlier, when I came home after being left behind, Jack had approached me. He had returned home early from work and found out about the affair. Jack apologized and told me that Sarah and Harry were having an affair. He explained that he had come home unexpectedly to gather proof of it. I had my father contact the hotel where Sarah and Harry stayed and asked them to take photos. The pictures showed Sarah and Harry kissing lightly and being overly affectionate with each other. Harry, who seemed so happy with Sarah, made me sick to my stomach. I already had the divorce papers Harry had thrown at me, signed by him, because he had threatened divorce before. Once I learned about the affair, I filed the divorce papers. It was a tough decision, but I had thought it over with Tom in mind. And then, I was free from Harry. I found out that Sarah's kids weren't at the hotel, so I rushed to find them. They had been left at Sarah's parents' house. Jack went to pick them up and showed Sarah's parents the evidence of the affair. They apologized to Jack with tears in their eyes. We were waiting to hear from Harry and Sarah about the whole situation. No, that's not true. I only pretended to have an affair with Harry to make Janet change her attitude, Sarah said, making excuses, but it was obvious she had planned everything, leaving her kids with her parents while she tried to have an affair with Harry, using my money. She couldn't get away with it. I'm sorry for everything I said. I'll pay for this trip with my own money, so please forgive me, but I couldn't just forgive her that easily. Well, after all, a man like you, who's so unattractive, is finished once you get a divorce. You can't do anything without my money, so don't argue with me about it. I don't want a man who can't support me. The hotel told Harry that if he didn't pay, they would report it to the police, but Harry didn't have enough money, so he had to beg Sarah's parents for help. In the end, Sarah's parents paid for the hotel expenses, and Harry and Sarah were able to go home. Later that day, I hired a lawyer and officially filed for divorce, alimony, custody of Tom, and child support. I told Harry that Tom didn't need a father who ignored him and left him behind. I finally made it clear that it was better for Tom not to be with him. Jack also got a divorce without any problems. Sarah, who didn't want to let Jack go, tried to stay in the house, but he had already moved his important things out while she was cheating. So, he left with the kids and later filed for divorce through a lawyer. Since Sarah wasn't working, she couldn't afford the rent, and eventually got evicted. She had to move back to her parents' house, where they tried to teach her a lesson. As for me, I was finally at peace. I could live with Tom without any worries. I invited Jack and his kids to stay at the hotel. Life felt so much better now. Tom and I were much happier than when Harry was around. I looked at the kids, smiling, and thought to myself, I wish this life could last forever.